From Ticker News with Aaron Young, this is Ticker Today.
Hello, thanks so much for joining me today. A shocking arrest after flames tore through a Melbourne synagogue. How a Sydney man became the focus of a counter-terror investigation. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu slams the attack as vile anti-Semitism, demanding justice and stronger protections for Jewish communities in Australia. It comes as ceasefire talks in Gaza. Israel accepts an invitation to negotiate in Qatar, renewing hopes for a truce and hostage release. Disaster in Texas, at least 79 lives lost in devastating flash flooding, children missing and rescue crews racing against time. And Elon Musk throws his hat into the political ring, launching the America Party with big ambitions and bold threats against President Trump. This is Ticker Today, bringing you the top stories shaping the world right now. First today, a man from New South Wales has been arrested in connection with a fire at a Melbourne synagogue over the weekend. The incident has sparked concerns regarding the Victorian government's measures to safeguard the Jewish community. There were no injuries to the 20 people inside the East Melbourne Synagogue who fled from the fire out a back door. Firefighters have now extinguished the blaze. Counter-terrorists detectives later arrested the 34-year-old man from Sydney, charging him with offences including criminal damage by fire. Over the weekend, there were several related incidents that raised alarm among residents. The Home Affairs Minister visited the synagogue on Sunday.
When people have said, and there's been some reporting, that no one was physically injured, that doesn't mean no one was harmed. The community here was harmed, the Jewish community in Australia was harmed, and we were harmed as a nation. There were 3 attacks that night, and none of them belonged in Australia.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has condemned the violence in Melbourne. He described the incidents as vile anti-Semitic acts and urged the Australian government to ensure justice for the offenders. Netanyahu reaffirmed Israel's support for the Jewish community in Australia and called for increased efforts to prevent such hate crimes. Meanwhile, Israel will send a delegation to Qatar for discussions regarding a potential ceasefire and hostage resolution in Gaza. Benjamin Netanyahu's office said the team would travel to the Qatari capital of Doha after the Israeli leader introduced negotiators to accept the invitation for close talks. The announcement came after Hamas said it had provided a positive response to a United States brokered proposal that would involve a 60-day truce in Gaza, renewing hopes of a possible end to Israel's deadly assault on the Palestinian enclave. Iran's Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei made a public appearance at a religious event over the weekend, the first time since the US airstrikes on his country. He'd been in a secure location during the ongoing 12-day air conflict with Israel. The airstrikes have reportedly resulted in the deaths of several senior Iranian commanders and nuclear scientists. Khamenei's presence at the event marks a notable moment amid the ongoing tensions right across the region. Rescuers are urgently searching for missing children from a Texas summer camp following severe flash floods which have claimed the lives of at least 70 people, including 15 children. The floods occurred along the Guadalupe River, where waters rose dramatically overnight, leading to widespread destruction. Authorities now rescuing around 850 people and are continuing the search for survivors as concerns grow regarding the adequacy of prior warnings issued by officials. Police acknowledging uncertainty about the total number of people affected as celebrations for Independence Day drew many visitors to the area. Here's the Speaker of the House.
It touches so many families, and all we know to do at this moment is pray. Every available resource has been deployed. The President, of course, is dialed in and watching this develop moment by moment as we are, and we'll handle supplemental funding requests as they come in, but right now they're still trying to do rescue and recovery, and our hearts go out to all of them.
President Trump's deadline for trade deals is approaching, ending a 90-day pause on tariffs. The move is part of Trump's broader strategy to reduce trade deficits and stimulate manufacturing. While many worry about the impact of the tariffs, the US economy has shown resilience, with job growth remaining strong. As negotiations now intensify, the Fed Reserve monitoring developments rather closely, particularly regarding inflation and its own monetary policy decisions. Elon Musk has announced the formation of a new political party named the America Party. The move follows Musk's previous support for Donald Trump as he appears to challenge the former president's influence within the Republican Party. Musk has expressed strong opposition to a mega bill that would make certain tax cuts permanent, threatening primary challenges against those who support it. Now, despite Musk's efforts, the bill passed through both the Senate and the House and was signed into law by the President over the weekend. Users of popular same-sex hookup and dating apps are now facing rising violence, prompting concerns among victims about reporting the incidents. Many fear exposure and the potential consequences of coming forward. Apps such as Scruff, Grindr, Snapchat particularly highlighted as platforms where the attacks are taking place. And as hate crimes against gay men now increase, there is a growing call to enhance safety measures and support for those who are impacted. Nvidia is poised to become the most valuable company in history as its market capitalisation reached an impressive $3.92 trillion. The surge driven by Wall Street's growing appetite and optimism surrounding AI technologies, investors recognising the potential of Nvidia's innovations in the chip-making sector. Let's check the markets. The Reserve Bank of Australia is set to meet this week to discuss potential changes to the cash rate, currently sitting at 3.85%. Many economists now anticipating a cut of 0.25%, which would lower the rate to 3.6%. The RBA will announce its decision on Tuesday afternoon. Banks will then determine if they'll adjust the rates accordingly. This year, the RBA has already reduced rates twice, contributing to ongoing discussions about future cuts.